It's easy to go back to the places that are familiar when you've been there so long, going back to memories that keep you powerless, emotions of unworthiness, a loss of direction, because you're afraid to lead yourself because of past mistakes, always trying to change the past for a better future. I now realize the past is done, and all I have is now.
So, this is me starting to share and meeting myself where I am and being okay with where I am right now in this moment. And so, in this moment, I'm starting at a place where I'm being okay with the bonnet on my head, with the sweater on, because that's where I am. I'm in a place where I'm meeting myself after being in a place of darkness, being in a place where I felt depression, being in a place where I didn't want to take care of myself, being in a place where I performed, people pleased, and didn't show up as the best version of myself because I didn't even feel worthy that I could be a better version. For so long, I held on to the mistakes I made as a parent, um, the mistakes I've made in relationships. I just held on to a lot of the ways I told myself that people would love me if I would just be this way. People would appreciate me if I do certain things. And I've come to realize that wasn't the case. How I felt like I should operate or please other people, it didn't bring any joy to me. It only brought bitterness, pain, envy, jealousy, and on my spiritual path to listen to other people, I felt like I was unworthy to share my experience because who am I? Because of all the mistakes I made, because of the villain that I was in other people's lives, that it wasn't possible that I could change. It wasn't possible that you could be someone that could inspire people. So this is me stepping out of a place where I was in denial of wanting to be this perfect person, wanting to have everything together, but I don't have everything together. All I have is the experience that I came here to live. And to share that experience, no matter how it makes me look, how other people perceive me, It's just being okay with every version that I've been, and that even in my darkest place, even at my lowest point, to give people hope that you can change, that you can believe in yourself, and you don't have to look for validation from other people to feel worthy about yourself. I spent so much time looking for other people to validate me, to tell me that I was worthy, but I didn't believe that myself. And I know there may be many people that feel that same way. I always felt, though, that in some way life was just an experience. But I spent so much time spiraling. In my mind about how unworthy I was, how I shouldn't speak or say anything, because what can you teach people? And even though I heard it for so long, the universe responds to you. So the negativity that continued to play in my mind, the stories that I continued to tell myself, was all a reflection of the energy that I put out. The energy that I had to sit in and realize that I was creating my own reality. So, this is me meeting myself where I am. I always wanted to deny the dark parts of me, like they didn't exist, like they didn't have a place. Because we're taught that darkness is such a bad thing that you begin to run from it because you don't want to face it, because it's so much against it that even in the spiritual community, karmic energy, dark energy, and it's almost like it's shunned. And so you go into a place where you don't want to reflect, you don't want to see yourself because you see it as something that God doesn't stand for, God doesn't appreciate it. But it's the reason that you have both aspects. It's a reason that you came here to experience both darkness and light. So don't let anyone make you believe that you can't change or that because you've experienced dark situations, because you experience being bitter, being jealous, being envious, those are all emotions. We all don't have the same experience, but we must experience to have compassion for others that do go through that. So that's all for meeting myself where I am, and I hope this inspires people to meet yourself where you are, even in the darkest hours, the lowest hours, even when things aren't working out. It's okay to meet yourself where you are. You know, God said, come as you are. So come as you are. Heartbroken, losing your mind, whatever the situation may be. Come as you are, meet yourself as you are, and believe in yourself as you are.